How's it going today, guys? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Invader, and I make all sorts of Call of Duty commentaries, talking shit, roasting the game, and whatever. But anyways, guys, there was some interesting news I figure I'd talk about. I know I've been kind of more or less not uploading as often as I was maybe the past 2 weeks, but there really hasn't been too much going on. Cold War sucks. There hasn't been no new patches, no new updates. The game is just trash. Nothing's been fixed. But we got some interesting stuff involving next year's Call of Duty. I made a video talking about some things that I would like to see in next year's Call of Duty. Granted, we probably won't see any of those things. Or maybe we will, you never know. But I think it is interesting to talk about that Sledgehammer is going to be making the next Call of Duty game. I was expecting it to be Infinity Ward, coming back with Modern Warfare's sequel, coming out on next gen and stuff like that, but that's not happening. Now, there were some Reddit posts talking about essentially we're going to be going back to advanced movement. There's some rumors like that. There's some rumors that the game's going to be set in World War III. I don't believe any of that shit. Mainly because it's all just Reddit posts, anonymous, leaks. Unless I hear something coming from a notable Call of Duty insider, like let's say Tom Henderson. If he comes out and says the next Call of Duty is going to be a jetpack Call of Duty and it's going to be Advanced Warfare 2, that's when I'll believe it. But I think everybody should take all this news with a grain of salt. But Sledgehammer is working on the next game. And I think it'll be interesting to see how that works out, because obviously we're essentially going to be getting a Sledgehammer game 2 years in a row. We all know that this game was not made by Treyarch. It doesn't feel like a Treyarch game. It doesn't play like a Treyarch game. They took over the development, I think, sometime in 2019. There's a whole timeline, I think Tom Henderson posted, actually, of when the team switched over to Cold War to finish it off. But I'm just going to be honest. I don't expect too much from Sledgehammer, considering World War II was a giant piece of garbage until the game got a complete overhaul, and by then Michael Condrey and everybody that had originally worked on the game was deucing Sledgehammer at that time. I might not be correct on that. You guys might want to fact check me, because I don't want to be just spouting out bullshit on here. I like to be right. And then the other thing is, guys, if I'm wrong, if you guys think I'm wrong or disagree with me, let me know down in the comments. I mean, I'm not afraid of having a intelligent conversation with people, but I am afraid of a bunch of morons invading my channel and just saying stupid shit, which that's just YouTube, I guess. I haven't had too much of that though, so I guess I'm thankful in that way. Thankful to not have that. Sorry, I can't really speak. I've been doing this so far in one take. Usually I generally do 5 or 6 takes. Doesn't work out as well, but we're doing one. But Sledgehammer making the next COD game, we're going to have to wait and see what happens with, like, the upcoming leaks that come out for this game. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't want to go back to Advanced Movement. I think Advanced Movement was beaten to death with the 3 Advanced Movement games we got. One of them was really good, one of them was mediocre, and one of them was a giant steaming pile of garbage. And a lot of people, I think the general consensus is that they didn't like those games. I'll speak a little bit differently, mainly because I didn't have too much time with Advanced Warfare. That's because I thought it sucked. That's the only one I will straight up come out and say was a garbage game. Infinite Warfare was really good technically. I mean, it's just, I feel like they overdid all the advanced movement. And I think if they go back to the advanced movement, it's got to be very minimal. You can't jump 20 feet in the air anymore. I think it should be maybe 5 to 10 feet. But even then, guys, I get pissed off when people jump 3 feet in the air in this game. Could you imagine somebody jumping 10 feet in the air in the middle of a gunfight again? I mean, I do think it adds a skill gap to the game. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having a little bit more advanced movement in your games. And here I am getting text messages. But there's nothing wrong with having some advanced movement in your game. And I think Black Ops Cold War has the perfect mix of, you know, classic COD movement along with the sliding and the high ass jumps and stuff like that. Because you can jump a lot higher in this game than you can in, let's say, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 2. You can barely jump a foot off the ground in those games. But I digress. But I am really interested to see what Sledgehammer has come up with, as I'm pretty sure many of you guys will be as well. You know, we haven't gotten a true Sledgehammer game since World War II, and obviously I said what I had to say about that, but I'm legitimately curious as to see if this game will have a lot of outside influence from Activision. I mean, I think we'll probably still have skill-based matchmaking unless something changes within the next few months regarding that movement. You know, there's a lot that could happen in the next few months that decides whether this is going to be a good Call of Duty. And if they remove skill-based matchmaking, oh, praise be Jesus, I will be fucking happy. Oh my god. Could you imagine advanced movement COD with skill-based matchmaking? They would be fucking unplayable. I legitimately just had to think about that. Like, just, guys, put Cold War's bullshit SBMM, EOOM algorithm into Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare and just try to imagine what that would have been like. Ugh, there would have been a lot of rage back in those days if we would have had this system, but we had loot boxes back then. Obviously a lot different, and it was RNG based, but I'm legitimately curious as to how this game is going to be designed, because there is a certain point where these games have got away from what has made the Call of Duty, and as much as I bash on Black Ops Cold War, it does feel like a classic Call of Duty game. You know, down to the perks. Guys, one of the biggest things I remember from Call of Duty 4 is that whatever perk you picked, there was a drawback to not using, for example, another perk. For example, if you wanted to use Dead Silence, you couldn't really hipfire, you know, that well. Steady Aim was kind of a crutch perk. Deep Impact. You wanted to shoot through walls, you needed Deep Impact, you know, if you really wanted to get kills through walls. It was just, there was positives and negatives about selecting each perk, and I mean that you've got the same thing here. You know, if you want to be able to, you know, not be seen by UAVs or field mics, you're going to have a drawback. You're going to have loud ass feet, you know, because you don't have Ninja. Or you want to use Ninja and Spycraft, well, you're going to be visible on the radar. Or forward intel, you want to use forward intel and flag. There's drawbacks to each perk tree. And that is, to me, a very Call of Duty, you know, thing. It's something that the games have done for a long time regarding the perk system. Modern Warfare 2019, I didn't necessarily feel that way. Mainly because they didn't have no Dead Silence and the feet were too goddamn loud. Sounds like a 300-pound man running to the fucking fridge in the middle of the night, trying to get his midnight snack. I apologize for the fat shaming joke. It's just, that's what your feet sound like in Modern Warfare. It's fucking ridiculous. But we're all going to have to wait and see. This is just going to be a wait and see kind of game, guys. Take every rumor with a grain of salt. I wouldn't believe any of it unless it comes from a reputable COD insider source. And guys, look at me camping like a bitch right here. That guy up in that middle building was starting to piss me off, so I had to sit here and put some shots on him. But like I was saying, take everything with a grain of salt. Don't believe it until you see it. Because we could be getting a lot of, you know, Reddit posts that are wrong. You know, and I mean, this seems to happen every year, I guess. Somebody comes out with the next new rumor, you know, as soon as 21, the calendar year turns over, we're talking about the next COD game because we hate the last one so much. But, legitimately, if we go back to advanced movement, I won't be too upset as long as the SBMM is removed. We'll have to see what extent they take the advanced movement to. I think if you can just do like a quick little boost jump 10 feet in the air, you know, every once in a while, I don't think that would be that bad. But if you're gonna be, you know, running on walls and having that Titanfall gameplay that we pretty much had, you know, last time with the advanced movement games, I'm not gonna buy it. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time.